Hello friends, David here, composer and lyricist. It's a beautiful gray winter morning here in Olympia, Washington, and I wanted to tell you about February's free track, Najla, from my Dream Travels collection. So, as many of you know, after scheduling my Family Stories EP for release in just a few weeks now, I was fishing around for what to do next. I decided to pick your brain about it. I created a social media poll, basically just asking what you would like to hear me do. And it wasn't unanimous, but a significant, vast majority of the responses suggested that I should get weird. Dare to be perhaps a little more experimental, maybe start to stretch out a bit. So, with apologies to anybody who voted any other way, and with a deep gratitude for everyone who participated, I'm going to follow the crowd's lead here and move into a new collection of songs, which I'm titling Dream Travels. It's more cinematic, more psychedelic, plays up some of the angles that we've heard before, like in tracks like I Want to Go Home, but with a more global reference. I'll still be working essentially with folk concepts and acoustic instruments, but the influence will broaden considerably. You'll hear Latin sounds, Balkan sounds, African sounds, all of this within the general language of rock. So consider, for example, this month's free track, Najla. Starts off with a multi-track vocal harmonies, minor key cadence, brings us into this Eastern vamp. It's got a French lyric, which is translated in the second verse. Those of you who have followed my career for a while, you'll remember this song. We used to play it with Audio Sattva, and I believe also Postmodern used to play it. I've gigged with it in a jazz context here or there over the last few years. This is a very interesting version. Mike had a lot of good ideas for the arrangements. We put those little finger cymbals in there for just a little bit extra, you know. And I'm very proud to feature an incredible vocal performance by Rita Tortorello. Very happy with how this recording turned out, and I'm really having a ball releasing some of this more adventurous back catalog material. So, I'm sure that the jazz stuff will come back around, and, you know, I'm only ever a few steps from folk rock anyhow, but for now, we're going to do a few songs of a little wilder nature, and it will be titled Dream Travels. So, all subscribers on my Patreon get free streams and downloads of the early release tracks. In the meantime, everybody could hear me doing jazz and folk on Spotify, Apple, all the platforms. Big thank you to my subscribers on Patreon for making this happen. And to everyone, thanks for listening.